Alright, what's going on, guys? We are going to be doing some coast-to-coast trucking on Mantrid's coast-to-coast map. And we have right now currently a job of plows going to from Yuba City. I hate that box that pops up. Yuba City to Wichita, Kansas. So we got a pretty good haul ahead of us. Now, actually no, I want to give you guys a quick little tour here. This is the updated FLB. She's got a mean Cummins motor in her. Obviously you got to have the Tennessee plates on top of it, repping the home state. But nice, simple, old light blue with white stripes. Got the dual stacks, chrome tank straps on it, the old steel wheels, blue Freightliner emblems on the back, painted frame, mud flat brackets. But enough of that. Let's actually get in this beast and drive. Oh yeah, the interior. We also have our GPS there. We've got a dash camera, and then our little onboard computer, which is basically just a gear indicator. So we just filled up with gas here last night. We're going to continue our trip. We have 889 miles until we get to Wichita, so we got a ways to go yet. Now this truck will actually comfortably do 80 miles an hour on cruise control at about 1500 RPMs in 8th over. I think we're about to cross another state. So it does have two different horns too. So yep, we just now crossed over into Wyoming. We were in Utah. And obviously the interior, you can see, matches the exterior. You have the option to change the colors. And I also have interior lighting on it too as well, so I've got blue lights to further accent it. So we've got to get our cruise set. I'm going to try my best to stay in the actual travel lanes, but dropped my phone, had to reach down and grab it. But if you guys see me dart over to the other side, it's because I'm trying to maintain my speed here, like this. I've yet to get this thing up to cruise control. We're only 2 miles away, 1 mile. Come on, baby. Oh, going up a slight grade here. I would have got back out in the travel lane, but that car pulled in. And now I gotta pass these guys on the shoulder too. Oops, sorry. There we go, 80 miles an hour, cruise control is set. Do it before. No, truck, don't do that. No, 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 no. You forced me back on the shoulder. There. Alright. So now we're going to try and see how long we can go before I have to start hitting the brakes and all that good stuff. Looks like the hammer lane opened up wide enough, so we can just rock it here for a while. Hey, cab over on a cab over. Mine's older. The Argosy's old, but this FLB is old. This is like the white Freightliner days. I've been meaning to do an ATS video for quite some time, but I was torn between doing this or Truckers MP, which didn't really take much, didn't take too much of a decision. Truckers MP, I'm limited to the 4 states, and there's no traffic. I actually enjoy these long open stretches of interstate because it reminds me of the days when I drove, so. We got a nice light load of plows. The plows only weigh, I think, 7,500 at most, which is odd because the trailer weighs more than 7,500 pounds. But easily 1,500 RPM on the dot at 80 miles an hour in final drive gear. Not going to complain about that one bit. So you can see up there in the corner, you might be able to see it, I'm not sure. But this has the same exact as like the onboard computers for the other trucks that's in the dash. This is up, it's on a standalone, so I've got it set to the amount of fuel remaining in the tank and how many miles I have left, DTE, distance to empty. So we have over 1,200 miles of fuel remaining, seeing how we just fueled up, and 783 miles to go. So we're making our way through Wyoming here. And I found the one loophole around not being able to listen to music. I've got a pair of earbuds that I'm wearing inside of my headset here, attached to my phone with Spotify on. And ironically, for once, I'm not in like a 80s rock or a Metallica kick. I'm actually on a psychedelic rock kick today. I was yesterday too, so damn it, there goes my phone again. Good grief. No, go over there. Thank you. I'll probably be in a psychedelic rock kick for a little while. Now, the one thing that I did remember is I went from the K100 that I started the game off with. That was the first truck that I bought. Went from a K100 to a W900 day cab. Drove that for quite some time, and now we're in the FLB. The next one I want to get is the Freightliner Classic XL. So we've got about 1,700 miles on this truck. And I do believe the W900 has made the trek all the way across the coast. I know in the FLB, or not the FLB, the K100, before I bought the W9, we had gone all the way out to the very first long haul load that I picked was Phoenix to Portland, Maine. I thought it was Portland, Oregon until after I double clicked on it and realized that I was going cross country with it. But these cab overs are great, especially for trying to get into tight spaces. And it seems like no matter what I do, I always build these trucks. Oh, we got something coming up here, so we're going to want to get over. Of course, I did turn the nature of the random events up big time. Let's see whether they're doing some road work here. Maintain that 55-mile-an-hour speed limit through here. We made it through the road work. Get this thing wound up. Resume our cruise control, and we are going to be back underway. See, it's 6:47 p.m. in game. It's got our ETA right now of 8:32 a.m. Nice beat. I just like how the blinkers are in this truck. They're nice and they're slower. They've got a more pronounced sound to them. And you can also see the engine brake does work as I'm toggling it up and down. Even though there's no cars behind, still want to maintain my run here and keep everything going. And when I did build this truck, I opted for the old retro Freightliner steering wheel. I wanted it to look as legit as possible. If I'm going to rock an old school truck, it's going to look as old school as I could possibly get it, with as much modern technology in it that doesn't give it away. See if that was just an email or what. Nope, that was a text message. Ah, Jesus Christ. My brother's gonna get me virtually killed. Oh boy. Reaching to put that phone over. Don't text and drive. Oh no, I stayed out there in the hammer lane so long. Why is that Kylan fucking spitting back? I might have to change the wicking in it. It only does it usually the first few times it's fired. But that one, spit back, went right down my throat. Velvet Underground, really? I don't know if my fuel gauge is broken or if that's just really how much fuel I have. That's a lot more comfortable there now. I got my seat back far enough. $387 there. And with the drop visor that's on this truck, I had to let some air out of the air ride seat so I was down low enough and I could see out the windshield. Well, seeing out the windshield wasn't really the problem. It was, God damn it. It was being able to see the stoplights. Like I couldn't even see the low one that's hung halfway up the pole. Alright, so this is the interstate I prefer to be on. A good 3-lane, that way I can stay in the travel lane. Now I did notice, like, these little stutters that we get. What the that van seriously just tried to cut in on me. Really, dude? A jerk. Well, the one thing that they did model correctly in this game is that 4-wheelers have absolutely no respect for 18-wheelers. I put cruise back on again after I just slammed the brakes from that freaking Tahoe or whatever the hell it was that pulled out in front of us. It's that silver SUV that we're going to be coming up on here, hopefully. Yep, he just pulled back out in that lane, so watch. We're going to get... And he just swapped back over again lanes. That's actually a Jeep. And he swerved out in the lane again. Wow. Three freaking lanes and these guys can't figure out which ones they want to be in. Oh, good thing I did that because I needed to get over all the way. So we come into Cheyenne, Washington, or Wyoming. We're going to jump on I-25 here. Alright. So we're making the switch on the I-25 here. Now we are in Colorado. No, we should stop and get some free weed. Well, not free, but legal weed. Now you would expect that all the drivers here in Colorado would be very, very courteous and cautious, seeing how if they're high, they're most likely concentrating on the road and worried about everybody else, so they're not driving like idiots. See, this is still throwing me off being in the cab over. I'm used to having to be a little bit further over in a lane like this with a straight nose, because the center point is offset, so you have to kind of be further over to the right than you thought. The cab over, you have to be humping the white line almost. It's very, very precise. But this truck definitely does get up and go. It's got power, which is what I'm kind of worried about with the Freightliner, the Classic XL, because I remember the last time I drove it, it was a dog. Hopefully we've had hopefully we have better motors for it. If it's got a decent motor in it, I'll love being in the XL. There we go. So I do have 2 drivers hired. That way I don't have any idle trucks sitting in my garage. But now, unfortunately, if I go to buy a truck, I'm a long way out from being able to buy anything. I think I took out that loan. So the loan installment comes out every day. That's like $5 grand. So I got to keep running balls out just to stay ahead of the finances, because now I got to pay for 2 drivers, their deliveries, as we're in the Mile High City, home of Tally. Wanna get high? We're gonna roll through Denver. And it looks like we're going to be taking an exit here coming up. So hopefully, yeah, I'm on the right one. Now we have the 2 options. Which ones do we want? This one here. This is a cool little interchange. I've never been on this one before. Okay, apparently that became a lane of travel. Oh, nope. Wow, there's a lot of lanes of travel here. So we go through the east, west, south, north, whatever the hell tip of Denver that was. I'm gonna come up on the Cloverleaf, and then we're only 400 something miles out now. Can we go a little faster, please? Was that semi holding us up? So let's see, one more split. Alright, there we go. Made it to Denver. We're on I-70 now. Which we may have been before. It's just stay on I-70. We had to do this. Now it's time to be a jerk. We've got 800 something miles of fuel, 429 miles to get there. We're good. See that Walmart truck there? I was gonna get over, but no. Leave him in the merge lane. Foxy. I wish there was a way that I could port music over through the stream without getting smacked with copyright infringements. So now we're coming up on Lyman. Lyman, I'm gonna say Lyman. You'd have figured that would have been close enough we would have discovered Lyman, but no. It seems, oh, there we go, Lyman discovered. I was about to say, it's usually my luck that I'll get somewhere, or I'll go through a city on my way to my destination, and it won't discover it. It's a BASF tanker right there with the light on. Old Kenworth T880, I believe that was. Didn't look like the 800. It looked like GMT Mike's old T880. Alright, so now they've got our estimated time of arrival being 6:17 in the morning. There you go, car. Good job. Thank you. Chevy Caprice. Seabird. At least we're doing a good job discovering the country here. Hopefully we roll through here. It'll say Seabird discovered. Seeing how that's technically off to the left. Are we gonna get lucky? Probably not. Nope. Not this time. Keep that hammer lane clear, boys. Got a hot shot Freightliner coming through. There we go. Whatever the hell was causing the spit back on my Kylan and RTA is not doing it anymore, so we're good. Ooh, what do they got going on over there? Road work. Just dire straits? No, I know what this is. Pink Floyd, Shine on You Crazy Diamond. Great tune right there. Love some Pink Floyd. Enterprise, rent a truck! Hey, we're in Kansas. That's good. We are in Kansas, so we are in our destination state. We just need to drive the remaining 311 miles to get to our destination city. Yeah, to get to Wichita. Come on, van. Thank you. Chevy van. Slide in here. So we're under 300 miles to go. It's coming up on 1 o'clock in the morning. Our ETA is still hovering right around 6:30 in the morning, so we got about 5 hours more of drive time left. Son of a bitch, my wife's calling. That's gonna be interesting. Hang on, guys. Alright. Sorry about that, but when the wife calls, you answer. Phone back, everything's all set back up the way it was. 270 miles to go. What's your deal, dude? Why are you going so slow? Now, normally I would say it's because he's driving a Ford, but I can't really say. Oh. Got road work or something. Don't think I'm gonna let you in, tanker. And why did you get over, truck? You're gonna have to get back over. Don't turn in my trailer, please. What the hell is that guy doing? Is he drunk? At least he's signaling for lanes. Alright, so they've bumped our time of arrival down by 10 minutes. But yeah, anyways, not to get sidetracked. Normally I would dog Ford, but right now I'm in the market for a four-wheel drive truck, and I don't care if it's Dodge or Ford. Honestly, I'd rather stay away from the newer Chevys. Really, dude? Is this gonna be a battle of slow and slower here? He's actually moving decent. Thank you. Feels almost like there's a little bit of play in the old steering wheel on this truck. Nice old school Pete. Yeah, we're not hurting anything. We might as well stay out in the hammer lane. Because obviously we always come up on some slower traffic. My worry is that car is going to try and pull out before I get up to him. Nope. He's going to stay behind and then drop in behind me. There he goes. We're still too far out from our destination to be over in the slow lane. Plus, we're not going slow either. I think I'm going well over the speed limit. I don't know what it is through here, but it's got to be like 70 or 75 because I'm doing 80 and I'm barely going past these trucks and cars. The trucks I'm blowing by. The car is a little bit different story. So you can see another one. I think he's got a ventilation shaft on that one. Yep. Ventilation shaft. Okay, so our fuel gauge does work. What in the hell were you thinking when you painted that truck there? Still a $1.60 out. So this should put us close to $100,000. So I know I got a little bit of damage from some idiot who decided to hit my trailer. So there is a little bit of damage. We're not going to get a excellent on this load. We'll probably get a satisfactory or a good work. We're not getting a gold star this time. Another 387. I've yet to pull a heavy load with this truck. I'm pretty sure I did pull an oversized heavy cargo load with the K100. Slide over here now. So now that we've actually dropped our arrival time by a full hour. It was originally showing 6:30, now we're at 5:30. Got the Freightliner, well, I wouldn't say wound up because he's only sitting at 1500, which is perfect. 547 miles of fuel on 85 gallons. I definitely made sure since this time I went the route of running day cabs, which obviously I think the biggest you can get is a 250 or 220 gallon tank. And normally I don't do the fuel economy until last, or eco driving as they call it. That was one of the first things I started putting check boxes into next to long distance. So I want to see what a fully maxed out eco drive on the skill tree can do. Now, like I said, it sucks that the guy had to hit my trailer and give me damage to it, because this would have been a decent run for a good paycheck and XP wise. Figure California to Kansas, that's halfway across the state or country. Should still be alright. I don't care about the money, it's the XP of being able to get to the next level and unlock more stuff for my trucks. Oh, I see this coming up. I'm going to switch on to 135 up here. Is it an up or a down ramp? Down ramp. What up, Kenworth? You just got killed by a cab over. Alright, 55 miles to go. Knocked another half hour off our delivery time, so it's now 5 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully they got a service center in Wichita here. Maybe even a dealer. Oh, we still got 40 miles to go. I thought we were a lot closer than we were. I got time to stack these trucks here. Now we're in the 20s. Turn our high beams off. Ding, 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 ding. Want to get by those trucks. 14 miles. Probably just drop in over here. So we should be coming up. There's Wichita. I was about to say we should damn near be on top of our destination by now. So this will be our exit up here for Wichita. They've got a garage, they've got a service center it looks like. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, we had a car that burnt down. Come on. You can see our massive load here on the trailer, those two little plows. Wrong gear, jackass. Doesn't matter anyway, so we gotta jump in here. So we are at Dole. Stop here. Where do you need it? That's where I'm gonna go. Oh, I see. I already know where they want it. Well, I'm seeing another lot of plows. Back there? Yeah, it is. Back up into our spot. So we crushed it on time. It sucks that we had that little bit of damage from that car hitting us. Other way, other way, other way. These cab overs turn a little bit too freaking well. Alright, we are here. That off, that off, that off. Decouple the trailer. And we got a good work. What was our damage penalty? 1,082 XP? I don't care, I'll take it. Ah! Still wasn't enough for level 19. Damn it. Alright, so we are in Wichita. We can go back to Yuma with a loaded Rittenhour trailer, or we can try for... Everything's going back, except for that one. That's going to Mobile, Alabama. Naples, Florida. Holy crap. Naples is down there. That'd have us going back up out through Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, then Florida. That pays 33. That pays 10 more than going to Mobile. That is a 1,600 mile trip. Mobile's a 1,000. Tough toss-up. I think we'll take the tires and a Dole trailer. Okay. That's new. Pick where we want to go. We want our smaller curtain trailer. I'm going to take this Naples load. Should be able to roll right up on in this one. That trailer coupled down. Oh, we're over 100 grand. Nice. Try not to get run over here. Although sometimes it doesn't register the truck going in gear. It's me not synchro meshing the gears though. Ooh, that was close. I was at Beezer Homes. For a second I thought it said Waffle House. So we're gonna go get service done first. I'm gonna fuel up. $391 in fuel. And we'll head over to that service center real quick. Take our damage here and get that fixed. And my phone is ringing once again. Alright guys, bear with me here. I swear, any other time, my phone never rings. It's like it knows. I'm not gonna go that way, I'm gonna go this way. Well, no. Come on, baby. We're kind of on the shoulder here. Thank you. Thank you for letting me merge. All right, 1,600 miles to go. Sun will be coming up here shortly. Ah, once again the old I-35. Look at that sunrise there. Beautiful. It's probably one of the best real-world jobs on the planet. You have the world's best office view. Hands down, no comparison. Don't like what your view is 1 minute? Drive a few miles, it'll change. Now, of course, we're going from the Midwest all the way down to the bottom of the eastern seaboard. So we should see a great, oh boy. Thank God that's a short trailer. Normally I wouldn't have pulled that move, but I had no choice other than to dart over onto the shoulder. Regardless, nothing happened out of it, so it's all good. Mustang's probably a little pissed at me, but whatever. Looks like a V6. Hey, there's my old load right there. Plows. Now, I expect a lot of vehicles to start shutting their headlights off soon. It is coming up on 6 in the morning. There's one already with it out. I leave mine on until about 7 because it stays pretty dark inside the truck. So without gauge lights on, meaning that the running lights are still on, you kind of really want to, well, I just do it. I could care less, but I just leave them on until about 7. That way there's enough ambient light around it. It's there. Now, I don't remember if that computer gets brighter. No, it stays the same color. See what I mean there? 6 in the morning. You can't really see your gauge lights. Kind of see it. I mean, I can, but looking at the looking at OBS and looking at YouTube, it's blacked out. Now that's with just running lights on. Now you can actually see it, and it's raining. Great. So lights come back on and wipers on. The first time I've seen rain in a while. It's only maybe the third time since starting this profile that it's rained on me. I almost thought about doing a driver for hire mission or freight market job, but I was also wondering why I hadn't had any loads going into Canada, but I remember it's because I don't have, they haven't updated the Canada Dream map yet, so we're literally staying inside the US. Otherwise I'd have a crap load of loads going up to Canada. I like the wiper sounds on this. Now I'd love to know why I'm in a Dole fruit trailer, but I have tires. Nobody cares about Noel Gallagher and his brand new album. Okay, these guys should have their headlights on because it's raining and it's actually starting to pick up more. This one has multi-stage wipers. And now the skies have opened up on us. Yeah, it's raining like a bastard now. I think that's as high as my wipers go, but it is absolutely pouring. And who'd have thought that by that beautiful sunrise that we had? Oh, it was the sunrise was absolutely beautiful, and then now we're just bleh, mired in it. It's looking a lot like it's looking here at my house. It looks like any minute it could do this. See these two cars drag racing, so I broke cruise control. Come on, Prius, get over. Thank you. Hot shot load coming through. And it's just like that. We got in a heavy rainstorm, it's gone. So now we can turn our lights off. That's the way it goes though. You just drive about 50 miles and you either drive it further into the storm or you drive out of it. We got lucky that time. We kind of just got clipped by the edge of it. So 7:43 on Thursday, our load is scheduled, well not scheduled, but at the pace we're going, we are expected to arrive Friday at noon. Awesome, Brian. How you like it? I absolutely love this game. I've got close to 1,000 hours on record. It's pretty sad. If I put my stats of ETS2 and ATS together, I'm over 2,000 hours. And we're now in the great state of Missouri. Oh, we're not going to go to Iowa, though. It'd been awesome to stop at the Iowa 80. I think that's what drew me to playing these games is I had my CDL, my Class B when I was 18, then turned 21 and got my Class A and drove for, I was right around about 32. And fell off a trailer at work, screwed my back up, so can't drive anymore, but I always had it that it was good practice, just like race car drivers use programs like iRacing or whatever to keep their skills up. I enjoy doing this virtually. It's a lot more comfortable, especially being married with kids. It's a lot easier to hop in a virtual truck and drive it across the country and still be right there at home with your family versus being out on the road thousands of miles away for weeks at a time. And believe it or not, because a buddy of mine, he wanted to play, he was wanting to apply at this trucking company, and when he went, they asked him like some questions, like, and I don't know when this came into play, but they asked him if they played like what his hobbies were, and it was like video games, where he said he played a lot of like ATS and ETS2 and all that stuff. And they actually consider that a plus. So that just speaks to the volume of the way that these games have gone. 'Cause I've played this series all the way since the original 18 Wheels of Steel. Then there was, I believe it was Pedal to the Metal, then American Long Haul, Holland Convoy, Extreme Trucker 2, ETS, ETS2, ATS, you name it, I've played these games, so thousands of hours on record. It's come a long way since the beginnings. Now, as soon as Hawksby, which I should have probably checked the SCS forum earlier, as soon as Hawksby gets his Dalton Highway map updated, I'll be re-downloading the newest version of that and running that again. By far the most challenging map I've ever played on. And most fun, too. That one being a 1-1 scale map, so if it says you have 12 hours, you have 12 hours. So we have 1334 fuel and 1301 to travel. Yeah, unfortunately, felonies, unless they're past a certain time, they kind of frown down on it. But it's usually only if it's a domestic, because my stepdad, he's bounced around from company to company to company, mainly because he doesn't know how to keep his freaking mouth shut when he shouldn't, mouths off to the wrong people. He got caught for a dumbass domestic charge, which never should have happened, but being in a small town and in the country, and the laws are a little bit different and they tend to change, so he got busted for a dumbass domestic that he should have never caught. But since that shows up on his record, he's having to bounce from company to company to company because his case is still open. He still has yet to go to the court date on it. So I think right now he's working for Big G out of Wisconsin. He's worked for Dillon Transportation, RE West, Big Z out of, or not Big Z, but Z Transport out of New Jersey. God. Schneider wouldn't hire him, JB Hunt wouldn't, Challenger wouldn't, which is kind of crazy because Challenger, Schneider, JB Hunt, those are all companies that take people that have no training whatsoever. They'll pay for them to get their CDL. I love how that, the only time, this is what bugs me about the coast to coast map. It's so big that it kind of causes the game to stutter every once in a while. But I drove for Dillon for a while and then went to TMC and finished off my career at TMC. That's a dead Monster Energy. Looking at the fuel, we could technically make it the entire way, but we would be really short-dicked on it. A lot of it I have to credit to the way I geared this truck. The rear ends are, I think, the lowest gearing that you could put in them. So 80 miles an hour at 1500 RPM, that's crazy. Kind of figured out a car behind me was pissed. Even though I'm doing 80. Oh yep, always on the road. I've been doing a lot of this. I've been meaning so many times to stream this while I was playing it. The past couple days I've probably put in about 8 hours. This is the old school Freightliner FLB cab over. Hey, he's got the same trailer I do, only the bigger version of it. I got the tiny one. Oh yeah. We went old school with this sucker. She's got well, this nice blue here. Nice. Is that a safety clean truck? It is. Ooh, don't want to be up this state trooper's ass. Yeah, you just gotta, oh boy. You gotta stick it out with a shitty company for a little while, but the bright side of it is it'll get your foot in the door. Once you get your foot in the door and you get some miles logged under your belt, you can start looking for another company. But I've known people that have hired on with Knight, and they've stayed there for, God, 30 years. It's not the company per se that really gives things a bad name. It's more than not the drivers. Yeah, Joe, I actually have that on Xbox One. I play it a lot. I love it. I had that thing pre-ordered about a month before it came out. I wanted something that I could play on console like that, so I've always been a huge Need for Speed fan. It's fun, but it's like they combined Forza and Need for Speed. Like, you get the cards and stuff after completing things, and you have, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. You probably looked into it too anyways, and you know how it works. Man, this is one bumpy ass ride. I don't know how the guys did this back in the old days. Yeah, it's a lot less arcadey than remember the last Need for Speed? It's still an open world, but this time it's a huge open world, much bigger than the older Need for Speed one. You still have your disciplines though. You have your race, drag, off-road, drift. What the, you freaking idiot. Yeah, it's nowhere near as arcadey. The only thing that still is arcadey and forever will be is the damage models. I mean, you can completely trash your car and still win a race. But it's a lot more challenging. Oh yeah, playing with a steering wheel is definitely a huge advantage. I'm running on a Fanatec wheelbase and rim and pedals, and well, scratch that. Fanatec rim, pedals, wheel, and shifter. And then on top of the Fanatec shifter, I have the CSIO Tech SKRS Eaton Fuller 18 speed. God, even opening a bottle of tea, this wheel is so sensitive. This is me moving my wheel about an inch right to left. The truck moves that much, just moving the wheel an inch. That's about 2 inches right there. And I'm full on tire scrubbing. Which means whoever did the physics on this truck got it right, with the axle being, having no hood and all the weight being behind you. I think the longest time before I had gotten in like iRacing and all that, I used a Xbox 360 controller to drive, and I had gotten really damn good at that. But yeah, having a wheel with 1,080 degrees of rotation, pedals, and actually having a real 18 speed shifter, it just makes life so much easier. Like right now I got my cruise on, I'm kicked back in my race rig, one hand on the steering, actually 2 fingers on the steering wheel holding it. Just chilling. And it's really cool the way that the force feedback on these wheels, god damn it, I'm trying to sit up here. The way the force feedback is, anytime you see that wheel shaking just a little bit, that's what the wheel's picking up from the road. So if I'm on like a sketchy section of road that's all bumpy and stuff, it's going to translate through my wheel through the force feedback because I've got mine jacked up. I want to feel what the road is doing. What do we dump onto now? Maybe 3-lane, but I want to be in the center. Yeah, I mean, you can get a decent wheel for about, wheel, pedal, and shifter for about $300 bucks. I've got over 1,000 in mine, but I do a lot of sim racing too, so I went big picture. When I want to get super serious and run iRacing, I've got a good wheel and everything. Yes, I'm running the coast-to-coast map that has been updated a billion times. I literally can run from the 4 cities that that are now in the game: California, New Mexico, Arizona, and New Mexico. I can run clear to the. I can run to Maine, Washington, Florida. All 4 corners and all 48 contiguous states. Now there's another mod too. Who the hell's calling me? God dang it. Let's see who's calling me here.